All right. We are not ready to start just yet. The game is at 6 p.m. I still need to get Fee in the call. I still need to do everything. Uh, and I get my observer set up. So give me like 15 minutes. The game will start promptly at 6 p.m. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're gonna get here soon. There's a pin message in the chat that says we're starting at 6 p.m. So be ready for that. Right on the dot. I'm ready to cast me and Fee. All right. Don't worry. We're gonna start soon. 6 p.m. Go get your water. Get your heart rate up. Get excited. It's gonna be a good game. All right. See you guys in a sec. Wait, fuck. I didn't mean to do that. Welcome in, everyone, to esports at NC State. My name is Avinash, North Carolina. Joining me today is a dear guest, a dear friend of the show, Cowfee. Welcome to the stream. How are we feeling today?
Hello, everybody. I'm so honored to be here once again. It's been a minute, and I might be a little bit rusty, but I've got a pro by my side to lead me, so
Oh,
it's gonna be
don't
fun. I know.
don't make my head too big now. Don't make my head too big. There have been a lot of changes to the game of Overwatch over the
Oh
past
yeah.
2 weeks. We removed the two. We're back to the old logo, five new characters, two new supports. What was your initial thought when Spotlight happened, and then how has it transitioned since then?
Oh, Spotlight. As somebody who actually got to go, it was
Subtle
so much
flex.
fun. I didn't mean to flex, but to give perspective, as somebody who actually got to go, it was so many things. It was very overwhelming at first, but I think this is exactly what the game needed. Um, you might look at all these new characters and think they don't exactly belong in the game, but when I first saw the two supports, Mizuki and Jetpack Cat, I was like, there's no way the cat is gonna be viable in comp. This has to be a troll character. And Mizuki looked so sick and kind of like Kiriko in a way,
Mhm.
when I were comparing the playstyles, but it turned out to be the exact opposite. I feel like Jetpack Cat currently is more viable than Mizu, and then Domina is, I mean, her name is honestly very on point. She just dominates the lobbies, no pun intended. And then the two DPS are super cool as well, very unique kit wise. All these five characters shook the game up quite well. What do you think, Avi?
It's funny that you mentioned that you thought Jetpack Cat wouldn't be meta.
Mm,
I had the exact opposite reaction. I was like,
really?
"Oh god, this character is going to terrorize lobbies," and partially because the people that I get on my teams can't hit things that are flying through the sky. But, I saw a clip of the Deadeye cat where you play Cast Cat and you
The
fly
Meownu?
it over. Yeah,
Yeah.
you fly over the entire team and you get to kill everybody,
What
and I
do
was
you
like,
do? Honestly, what do you do?
what do you do?" And then last game, Bunka Chunko been picking up the cat. That guy is cold on the cat. And I tell you guys, if you're excited about some cat gameplay, stay tuned because we're gonna get some cat gameplay. There was a couple
Really?
plays
Okay,
against
okay.
who was it that we played last? It's escaping me. But either way, it was UT Dallas where
Mm.
they picked cat on Shambali and I saw him drag Bob over the top of the
Oh, the
first
Bob
wall.
combo is so good too, yeah.
I was like, dude, this is gonna be a problem, I feel like.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I did not doubt that the cat was gonna commit war crimes and be an absolute of a problem, but I just for some reason, I thought they were going to be a troll and content character, which they fully are, but they actually just work. They work
Yeah.
better than Mizuki at this point, maybe, but she's just banned all the time, so doesn't really have a chance to really.
It's kind of a double-edged sword for a lot of the teams.
Mm.
I know Bunka's been complaining about how he doesn't get to practice it in solo queue because everybody's banning the cat every single game.
So real, such a real struggle. I don't get to
So,
play the cat much either. And when the cat isn't banned, someone either takes her or it's just like I have to play something else because we lose otherwise. Just
uh,
not what the comp needs.
you know, we sacrifice ourselves for ELO very often. In any
True. I
case,
mean, I don't mind playing Curie, so you know me.
yeah, you got plenty of characters. Do you have any, plans of joining a team anytime soon on the flex support?
Pro-
We could start
Probably
calling all
not.
heroes roster,
No.
calling our heroes. Hello.
No, probably not. I'm happy being a streamer. I'm happy just, watching the esports, my friends, and just like the actual Overwatch CS. It was so much fun watching Korea. I don't know if you were watching it.
Yeah,
Dude, I had to get up hella early and it was pretty late for you guys. I was
it was
watching with
easier for you than
Rag
it was for us.
and
'Cause I
Yugi.
think our matches
Yeah,
started at 1 a.m.
dude, yeah. To be fair, I'm not a morning person and the
Neither am
matches
I.
started at 7 and I wake up at like 2 p.m. So it was a bit
Me
tough,
me me
but it
and you
was worth it.
handshake emojiing right now.
Real. It was a lot of fun, and I'm so happy that they were forced to play the new characters. I think that was a really good thing to do in that tourney.
They played a lot of Cat regardless of that, didn't they? I
Yeah,
feel like Cat was really, really common in the meta,
yeah,
and I feel
yeah,
like it's
and
going to continue to be common.
No, and I see a lot of other content creators and streamers who are like top ranked, Rack Attack, Apply,
Shout out
all
Rack.
these Shadow Rack. He's the goat. I see so many players pick the new characters and they make them work. So
Do you have any thoughts on the DPSs? I've had a lot of fun with Onron, and I just think Emery is like he's whatever, you know.
Emery might seem a bit underwhelming at first, also not to flex or anything, but I may have had breakfast with the voice actor.
Yo, man, you're just flexing all over me today.
He's super cool. He's super cool. Um, as someone who comes from Halo, that was my OG FPS game.
W.
He really reminds me of that game, and I don't think as much as I love these crazy concepts such as Unrun and Jetpack Cut, very unique, not your typical like shoot, run, nade. I don't know, do the same thing over again. I think it's good if we have a bit more simple of a kit. And his lore is so cool. I don't know if you know
Oh
about like
yeah,
the whole
I'm a
AI
big
taking over.
I'm a big Freya fan, so anything that
Ah,
involves her, which his lore involves, I'm like I'm right there
yeah.
for it.
Nah, it's super cool. Yeah, I do think his kit is probably the simplest out of all the new characters, but it doesn't mean his any worse. Onron, however, um, her concept is so cool. Very very mobile. I actually did think Drazi would really like her because of the Genji similar playstyle.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite though out of all of them?
I think my favorite is Onron, just because
Mhm.
I'm playing a lot of DPS lately. She's the most fun I've had playing. I think Domino is
Mhm.
really cool and actually quite frustrating to play against.
Yeah.
Especially in the trenches where I am.
She's
The
banned
shield.
often too though.
Yeah, I think she's in my normal bands. It's like Domino, Vendetta,
Mhm.
Cat. Whenever I'm trying really hard to climb and not really trying hard to learn, I should
Mhm.
probably have the opposite of mindset. But I think Odoron is the most fun, and she's satisfying to play. You get to really move, and I think the perks are really fun as well, especially
Yeah.
the major where you get cooldown reduction if you hit your shift. I love that one. It really just gets you some one shot combos, gets you a lot of mobility, and you're
Mhm.
hard to hit. And I think that's what people love about Genji too. You know?
I do think she needs a bit of a buff, to be fair, to be up there with some other DPS
Yeah,
Tracer.
definitely.
Vendetta.
I love Tracer. I love Tracer.
I love Tracer too. It's just, some other characters fall quite behind her.
Yeah. That's definitely the case. I think we are just about getting into the lobby. It kind of turned into a Cowfee interview instead of an ask at the very
Sorry.
beginning, but we're getting everyone in. I think everybody is here. GT's lineup is Sklee, which I'm going to SCL33, which I'm gonna say is Sklee. And if
Okay.
I'm pronounced wrong, Georgia Tech people, you guys can DM me on Twitter. It's fine. Um,
Roast him in the DMs. No,
Sir
don't DM him. Just at NCU State on Twitter.
yeah, sure.
Just go at it in
At the
public.
brand account, at the brand
Twitter
account.
fashion.
Sir Technical, Hayden, RHN, Ace Aid, and All-Star. And I want to point out, this GT team, no slouch, number 15 on the most recent Alcra rankings, and is continuing to climb, kind of similar to how NC State did last semester, who have now reached
Okay.
number 6 and
Mm.
the best club team in the country. Every single team above us is on a scholarship, by the way. Just just saying.
Not to flex or anything.
Not to
Nah.
flex or anything, but I am quite proud of the heart that these guys have played with over the past couple
They
months.
should be. And so should they.
Yeah,
And
we're
so
gonna
should you guys.
thank you, thank you. You know, the prod has been a lot of fun over the past couple months, so I can't lie. It's been an absolute pleasure covering them and the rest of the teams. I love it.
W raid from Copybird. Sorry.
Oh, we got a raid!
Yeah, we got another one.
We got
Let's
another
go.
raid! Oh my god, Capybara, thank you. You came at the right time to see Cowfee. This is lovely.
It's the boys we gotta see, not me.
Yeah,
I'm just
they're coming in. They're coming in. They're coming
I'm
in.
just a spectator.
We're getting in there. We're getting started, and I think the lobby is ready. They
All
are
right.
just swapping around their order, and then finally We should be ready. I'm expecting do you have any expectations for the comps? I don't know anything about Georgia Tech's comps, but I know what I can expect out of NC State.
Um, I'm gonna be so real with you. I don't really know this team that we are versing right now, but I know that double flex DPS is quite insane right now. I know Drowsy loves his flex DPS. I'm actually looking to see what lobby is going to pick here. I know he's a crazy hit scan player.
Mhm.
I've seen his Cassidy a couple of times, so I'm looking forward to see what he goes. Maybe we'll see a Tracer. Maybe we'll see I don't even know. Maybe Unrun. Ah, that would be crazy. I don't know.
I
I know it's good enough though.
I would love to see some on run, but I don't think NC State has practiced it, so we probably
Mm,
won't. Knock on wood.
okay,
There's a
okay.
chance for it always. Drowsy or Oblivion, like you said, is a truly like brilliant flex player. He has
Mhm,
really good mechanics and can pick things up very quickly. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's run it for a couple games in solo queue and feels like it's strong because
mhm,
he often does that and he's like, "Hey, this
mhm,
feels good," and he brings it into a match and it works. So I have a lot of faith in him as a player. Lobby is, like you said, hard hit scan player. He's great on Soj, and he's also great on Cass and on Freya. But he's also great on Tracer, which is not common
mm,
for a lot of hit scan players. It used to kind of be when double flex was really meta, the hit scan player would end up playing Tracer, but for a while it's always been Oblivion playing Tracer for this team.
mm,
Since like back when Tracer was meta before. So now there's a good chance we see some Echo Tracer with some Zarya. Zarya's still very strong pick. It's
true.
one of Splice's best
That's
right
very
now.
true.
And with the double flex, you really get a lot of optionality with how you use your bubbles and how you throw out your utility and how you protect your team. I imagine we're gonna see some cat. If we don't
Mhm.
see cat, I'm gonna be quite surprised. I wouldn't be surprised to see it banned as well from the other team if they don't want to deal with it for at least one game. And we're probably gonna see some Kirilu at some point. Many such cases. Fork found in kitchen, if you will.
Do you think GT will return the same character selection, or do you know if they have something that they usually run,
From
like
what
what the
I
go-to is?
do remember about this team is that their hit scan player is pretty good.
Mhm,
But frankly, it's been a long time, and I do think they have some new players. So Sir Technical
mm,
is the only name I really remember. And we'll see how it goes from there. I imagine they'll play the meta comp. They'll play some Zarya, Vendetta, Soj, Kirilu. It just seems it's very simple to pilot. Your win cons make sense. You build up the big ultimates and you press them, and you have beat to fight for a lot of other for the ones where you don't have grav. I think like we're probably gonna see a mirror of that at least once, but I do know that NC State can play more than that.
so you think there's a possibility that we'll see the Vendetta come out from NC State's side as well?
Yeah, I also not to flex or anything, but Oblivion is, I think, a top 5 vendetta in North America, A,
Alright.
and he was probably one of the best 3 in all of Face It Expert and Masters. I think there are very
Okay,
few people
okay.
who can match him on that hero, especially in the mirror. And he is just, even with the nerfs, he is so proficient at her, and with the Zarya buffs or the Zarya on the bubbles to help him out, he is
Mhm.
absolutely adept at fighting.
I don't
Uh
doubt that.
so there's a pretty good chance we see Vendetta. It's been what NC State practiced over the expert season as well. So, but I know he likes playing Echo more.
Mhm.
That's like a personal thing for him. And I think we're finally ready to go into map number 1, Lijiang Tower. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Lijiang. How do you feel about this map, Fee?
It's such a go-to map for esports players. I feel like this is such a guaranteed of a pick from at least one team's side. It could just be because it's an OG Overwatch 1 map, or I mean, I guess we're back to Overwatch 1 anyways, but let's just say an OG Overwatch map. You've seen a lot of pro teams play on it, but also I just personally, if I were to give the option to vote between Lijiang and some other maps, I would probably vote that too. I don't know, something about the map is you can get environmentals. Oh, and we see Bongo and the cat already making use of those potential environmentals. I don't hate it.
Yeah, I'm really excited about Domina Cat as well. It just makes a lot of sense to be able to move the Domina closer, get your shield set up in a better space. Hit left control for my observer whenever you get a chance to get rid of
Mhm.
that portrait on the right. And look at this, just already Splice in such a powerful position to get ahead. There is a wrecking ball on the other team, so we're gonna see some interesting stuff come out of GT here. But I think that NC State is poised for some success, and I don't know how well this Sombra Tracer backline. Oh my
What a
god.
hack.
I was gonna say, I don't know how well this Sombra Tracer backline is gonna be able to deal with the cat, but just like that, it starts out good for GT. But Sir Technical, a nice little pick back, and it's still scrappy. Splice with 2 onto the point. Sklee, half HP, and Lobby has made it back after getting booped off and hacked. And I think NC State has a bit more numbers on this first point. They should be able to get first flip with the help of Oblivion.
That is very interesting. NC State had so much space getting onto point, but then GT with those 2 picks seemed really confident, and they just somehow didn't make use of that extra 2 picks.
Hack onto Splice now as he'll start to take a lot of damage. No help from his team just yet. Bunka about to take a lot of damage from this ball as well. And GT coming up big on this second fight. Only 20% for NC State on that first control point, and they'll be forced to back off. And look at this ball just in the back line. Sir Technical, the only trade back. Hayden actually goes down as well. This kill feed bug is going to be bugging me for a while, I tell you that.
Oh, are we dealing with the same thing Korea games we're dealing with?
Yeah.
Is it just a thing now after this new update?
I think it's supposed to be fixed. Or if it's a feature, I'm gonna fight with Blizzard about it because it's not supposed to be that way. But in any case, Sir Technical Pulse Bomb will go wide on this Splice, and Lobby with a great pick onto Hayden. Mines dropped onto the control point. Suzu popped for the side of GT, and they'll just try to stall time as best they can. Splice with another beam onto All-Star. Here comes Scalise, Sir Technical. Great pick on the Lobby, but it's just the one onto the Tracer. NC State flips back. Copy available for Oblivion if he chooses to use it, but it doesn't look like he needs it. And NC State coming away with the kills. They'll only lose 1 in the process, and they'll get the flip back. Both teams fighting tooth and nail, not able to hold on to this control point for very long at all.
There was some pretty good cleaning up on NC State's, and they finally get control back on point, getting that space on bridge as well. We just need to be careful not to get booped. Surely that would never happen to Splice. Oh my god, he's walking down into their spawn.
Yeah, they are relentless on the chase, making it in. Rush popped onto the site for Ace Aid. It's possible for them to get a flip. Oblivion will go down in the meanwhile as well, so it's a 4v4, and GT will have spawn advantage, but a nice pick from the Kiriko. Nelux, super sharp with these kunai, hitting up onto the Wrecking Ball now. EMP popped. Ace Aid and All-Star combined for 2 more frags, and GT starting to turn the fight. Splice still alive and kicking, still using his ability. Shield down. Ace Aid will find that frag. Sir Technical, another. The cat goes down, and NC State will get the flip back.
GT had a really good flank there. Even though Spice was walking into their spawn, they popped Kitsune. NC State did counter Kitsune. They got a bunch of picks. However, the picks from GT's side also just kept coming in. Let's look at the ultimates though. GT's in a bit of a disadvantage. NC State could definitely make something work. Both teams have an equal amount of percentage on the point at this point. And Bokuchenko with a huge pick on their tank. Let's see what else they commit to this fight.
Yeah, the tank going down means that NC State, if they really want to, they don't have to invest a lot into this next fight. They'll hold on to the Domina ult, and they'll hold on to Copy as well. Lobby has gone down in the process, but this should be able to flip. But look how fast Scalia is already back to the point. He can continue to try to make it happen. Bokuchenko gets the frag onto him. The point's still not flipped yet for NC State. Still Copy, and still the baby jail available for Splice. And they'll get the flip without using a single ult. Overtime for GT. They still have mines, so they should have another fight, maybe 2, if they're fast on the rotate.
GT actually kept hold of that point for so long, considering how many of them went down at the start of that fight. This could be a bit problematic. They're getting close to their ultimates once again. This will just come down to who uses them first, or who gets those crucial first picks.
Yeah, Copy in. Nelux getting hacked as well. Here comes Oblivion on the Sombra. Can he find the right target? Hits it onto the Tracer. There's a hack. And now Splice continuing to rack up damage. NECC will find one. Chunko another. And NC State are exploding onto the site. Poppy goes out for Oblivion, but he's still up and kicking the Wolfpack. Huge fight. All-Star can only sit and watch as the objective, the first submap, goes the way of the Wolfpack.
Wow, that was definitely a round one to start a whole series off with. There's such an interesting dynamic between the two teams. They're all very mobile except for the tanks. Obviously, Ball is, if not the most, self-sufficient tank and has high mobility, so you would think that that team would be in a huge advantage, right? However, on control, it's also important to just lock that point down, which Domina excels in, and Splice is actually doing a really good job at that.
Yeah, Splice, the known new hero user. Whenever a new hero comes out, he just one-tricks them until he gets to a high enough rank where he feels satisfied enough with his learning path. And he did that with Domina, he did it with Vendetta. He's probably able to do it with the other ones. I think this new patch was like a field day for him.
That's not necessarily a bad thing. I think it's important to learn the new characters, even if they're not necessarily going to be meta. Let's see how they do on this second point, though. It seems GT made it onto point first once again. However, Oblivion with the stickies just completely denies that space. And we see Splice lock that point down once again with a huge barrier that Domina is able to just put down. Really annoying, by the way.
Yeah, I so agree. And I think Oblivion, look at how much damage he's able to put out on this Echo. He's so accurate with the stickies. The burst is always there. And if you see an Echo flying in the sky, you do have to be scared of it no matter what. All-Star swapping to the Soj instead of the Sombra to try to make something happen, but Splice! What a pick onto Hayden, and that will end the fight before it starts for GT. Chunko still making it happen. Onto Sir Technical. All-Star finds one trade onto Oblivion, but it's just the trade. You're still up 2 for NC State. The Kiriko will go down, and Sklee just has to back off.
Could you tell me what the bans are again? Is there a Lucio ban?
There is a Lucio ban.
There is a Lucio ban, okay. I was wondering why we're just not seeing a Lucio from GT's side, given that Cat has so much mobility, and they're running the Wu Yang here.
Yeah, I think they definitely, this is a strategy that NC State employs quite a bit, actually. Banning Lucio on control disrupts a lot of teams' rhythms because they don't expect a Lucio ban on one of these first maps. They expect everybody to be playing it, and it really makes things hard for a lot of these teams. And this fight's still going well for NC State. Splice with a nice boop into the wall. Sklee taking a lot of damage from this Domina. He is so fast. Here comes the jail as well, and that should be Sklee going down. A flip came in for GT, but it's not going to be enough. Only 7% gain to 71 of the Wolfpack. The Yellow Jackets trailing behind by quite a bit.
Bobby's hiding up here, looking for a sneaky pulse to hit. The Suzu could easily deny that, but will it? He's taking the 1v1 with this Sojourn.
He's the Kiriko in the right spot to try to run interference. Shield already popped by Sklee, and here comes the rush from NECC, wide open. Nobody from GT wanting to peek into it. Here comes the drag off for Bunka. Does Sklee
does not succeed?
Alive? Yes, he does. Sir Technical with a huge pulse on Splice, and that should be up 1 for the Yellow Jackets. They'll have an opportunity in this game. Splice still not back, and it looks like NC State going to back off of this fight. They have to with their tank down, but they'll have a lot of time to build up some ults and get another crack at this point.
Sklee living there was actually huge. It looks like Bunker needed to just go a tiny bit lower to dip him into the water there. However, that's just what could happen easily when you target somebody like Ball with incredible mobility. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so the Ball's dead. They're down a tank. And now Splice will be allowed to walk onto the site for free. Shield up now. Pop the E, and he's continuing to beam out players. The Ball is respawned, but it might be too little too late. Already losing his teammates. Lobby takes out another one. Hayden finds a trade, but it's only the one. Sir Technical still alive, and Sklee has made it back, but he is down by so many members. And now Bunka just looking, hunting for this Tracer. This cat is relentless, and overtime popped His point is flips or technical finally loses his life to the claws of the cat, and the wolf pack just have to walk it down. What can Sklee do? Hayden and Sklee find both supports
We could
actually.
do a lot here.
There is actually a chance, and it looks like the mines will get popped. 46% in the flip for GT might be coming through. NC State still stalling out. The Wolfpack doesn't want to give up on this one. Did they see 9? They see 9!
9.
They see 9!
That was very unfortunate for GT. They got such a good grasp of the point, putting down a minefield, but I would love to see a replay on that because I have no idea how that's gonna actually happen.
Oh my god. What a way to end map number 1. NC State up 1-0 as we start to get into map number 2. Wow, I'm blown away, Fee.
It was pretty crazy. Not gonna lie, I would have loved to see the cat mirror from GT's side as well. Maybe they could have contested the echo or the cat a little bit more. And have you ever had it that you're trying to drop somebody as cat and the enemy cat just completely saves them by
Yeah.
flying next to you? Yeah, that's actually such a crazy tech to do and very fun. Or even a Juno. Juno has been finding such good value in games lately. Can contest the cat, can contest the echo once again against these flying characters. She's pretty good and can provide speed for even more mobility for such high speed comps. Would have been good with the ball as well. I'm not sure, but the Lucio ban probably hurt them quite a lot. Maybe they just didn't play either of those characters, which is totally okay. We'll see how NECC moves there with their Lucio not being banned this time.
Yeah, seeing Ball this early in the series is kind of a telling point that this is a Ball team. I feel like a lot of teams when they have a Ball player will run a lot of comps based around that hero because it is so warping for the game and is so unique but within other tanks. It's why they need a great tracer player. It's why they need like a really good flex DPS in general, and it's why they need a lot of speed. And without the speed, that kind of you're so right about them kind of getting kneecapped at the beginning of that game with the Lucio ban. But in any case, we are going to take a quick break, rest our voices while GT picks their maps and we get our bans in as well. So don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back.
See you soon.
Welcome back, everyone. We are entering map number 2 between NC State and Georgia Tech. We're on Lijiang Tower. We're not supposed to be on Lijiang Tower. We're supposed to be on
Oh.
Blizzard World. Diva banned away by Georgia Tech, and Kiriko banned away by NC State.
I feel so betrayed.
Ugh.
I can't even express it.
We have literally John Kiriko in the call, like casting the game, and we don't get to see Kiriko. Come on now.
Hold on. Does the Curie ban maybe mean we'll see another cat game from Bunker?
It is very likely, and I think that the cat has been commonplace for NC State over the course of the past couple weeks,
Mm,
especially like they are running it over Wu Yang, which is something that I didn't expect as much. They're running it over Lucio in a lot of comps as well. Both, and I talked to both Bunka and Nelix about this. They both believe that Mizuki and Jetpack Cat fit into the main support subcategory, while there's
mhm.
not been any additions to the flex support roster for quite some time. So we're probably gonna see Bunka on Cat, and I don't think we're gonna see any Mizuki. But we might see Cat for 5 games if we get a 5-game series. I'm not gonna lie to you until it gets banned.
I'm not complaining. I love the cat gameplay. You can get so creative with the cat. As silly as the character is, you can also get very serious and do a lot of damage and be very annoying. As we've seen in my ranked games as well. I just love fighting an Emre. I love fighting a flying Pharah or a Mercy, hunting them down. You can actually be so annoying, especially when you get your 2 perks. She really hurts, man. She really does. Alright, it looks like they're lifting up the Widow for perhaps a crazy shot here.
Yeah, I really like this from NC State,
Oh my
enabling
goodness.
Lobby to do what he does best, which is
That
kill
is
target.
very scary.
And All-Star taken very low. It is a good start for NC State. They'll take control of this high ground at the very start of the round, just so that they can, you know, gain a little bit of space and try to pressure before they make their full dive onto the point.
We're seeing Splice on the Hazard. What's really nice about Hazard is his mobility compared to Domina. You will need a high ground on a map like Blizzard World. You don't exactly need to lock a point down like Domina can, like he did on the Lijiang Tower game. So I'm excited to see his Hazard performance. And we see Oblivion on his main character Genji as well. The Wuyan could come out here actually from Bunker Junko?
Yeah.
Does Bunker play? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I remember correctly then. I feel like Bubble Blade is still a really good combo, or just Bubble Genji and going in. Looks like they're already in the backline without needing really a bubble. And they take control of the high ground, they flip the map.
Oh, first pick for Oblivion, ring around the rosy for NC State. All-Star getting chased down by this Hazard, and Oblivion on that signature Genji, like you said, bringing it back to the times of old. Another pick for him onto Hayden. And it seems like the Brig swap has worked very, very well for NC State already. They had their fun with the cat at the very beginning, but into Tracer Sombra, when you want to protect your backliners, it makes sense to be on Brig. And Juno Brig is such a classic old backline.
Very understandable. We see GT pull out the Wu Yang once again, paired with the Ana. What do you think about that?
You know, I think Wu Yang is a very, very powerful support in general. He has some of the best single target healing in the game, and the wave is obviously a very, very important tool to his kit. Being able to increase healing to keep your tank alive is great, and he offers some of the most damage output out of any support in the game. So if you're effective, if you're able to really target your balls effectively, then he will do a lot of damage. But it is not an easy thing to get into. Sklee trade back after All-Star went down early in the fight. This Hazard on Splice is a classic as well for NC State. It's something that we saw a lot at the very beginning of their time as a team, and as they were climbing through the ranks, this Splice Hazard was something that really put them up. And now Nano popped onto Sklee. He's gonna have mines in a second, but he's taking a lot of damage, but comes away with the kills. Bunka gonna get pushed back as well. And Georgia Tech gets a 2 for nothing, and they'll just take down Lobby as well.
It looks like
forced to back
NC
up.
State are struggling to keep up with the pace GT are meeting them with here. The Ball and Wu Yang and the Tracer and the Sombra as well. The only person you could really just pick out from that team is Ana. However, this map has a huge defender's advantage with the high grounds provided, which Ana can make perfect use of. maybe if NC State targets that Ana and picks her out of the fight, they could get something going. However, the Ana is not even near the fight. She doesn't even need to be. It's going down in NC State's spawn.
Oh!
And before Oblivion makes it to the Ana, he meets his fate with a
Oh.
nade in the face.
What? What a fight from GT. They popped a couple of ults, they used EMP, and they used the mines. And now NC State should have a pretty reasonable advantage. They'll go around the right side, try to find a good angle for this Deadeye for Lobby. He's been on cast. Nice!
What a stun
Little
from Lobby.
stun, huge to get the first pick, and that's up 1 for NC State. Sklee, a great pick onto one more, but Splice will finally take down the ball, and this will be NC State getting a lot of progress. 2 on the cart, make it 3, and they should be knocking on the door of this second checkpoint.
Should be. However, I think they still have a little bit of space to touch and work with here.
Guys?
Server issues? Uh-oh. Oh no. Ah, the game just restarted. Oh.
There's no way.
I was so interested in seeing how GT were going to use their bubble, whether they were going to target their bot or their tracer, or even their Sombra. Damn, that's so unfortunate.
Blizzard!
Have you been
Guys.
having disconnect issues? Because
Dude,
today I
yeah.
actually got banned for 15 minutes from comp, and then I went to play unranked, and I got DC twice, and I got a 2-minute ban after that, which I'm not really happy about. But I know it's not just
been
me.
constant. It's been constant. I know NC State was trying to scrim a couple days ago as well, and their custom game just kept getting deleted from the universe and completely canceled. And I think we are just
Just
restarting the
back?
map.
Yeah.
And you know what? If I'm Georgia Tech right now, I'm kind of mad because I feel like they were playing that defense.
They were
pretty
playing
solidly.
really well. Yeah.
And now they get that thrown away and they have to restart from nothing.
Hey, defender's advantage. Am I right?
It is defender's advantage. I will give them that, but now NC State's had a chance to adapt, to understand what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong, and I think they're going for the same. They're going for the same strat of the Widow Cat, trying to get a pick again, and I wonder if Georgia Tech's going to be ready for it again.
As much as NC State had a chance to adapt, I feel like GT have as well. They are, instead of the Wuyang Ana backline, now running the Brig Ana one, which should be able to help them a little bit better, even against the flying Widowmaker. But let's just see how this goes.
Oh, here comes the cat. Ana's looking the right way. She'll land a little bit, but look at where the Brig is, just protecting the Ana.
Exactly, they're holding hands. They were ready for it.
I don't know if this is good for the rest of the team. They do have a lot of safety on this Tracer, but without recall, will he be able to stay alive? Sklee there to peel for his Tracer, and he'll dive onto the hazard as well. Splice racking up damage onto the ball, and NC State has walked forward without much resistance so far. Oblivion taken very low by Sir Technical, who traded back a little bit more damage, but it's still NC State not quite making any progress, but will get the first pick onto the Sombra.
That could be a very good opening pick from NC State. Oblivion is probably going to try to take control of that high ground with Splice at the same time, and they're doing a pretty good job at taking this space away from them. They already cleared the high ground. Ace8 is probably going to go there. Never mind. Ace8 once again just sends Oblivion back to the spawn. Oblivion is really struggling to live against this Ana.
Yeah, it's not easy. NC State, they have so much point control, so close to getting it over. And Lobby with a great pick on a Sir Technical shoots the Tracer out of the ground. And Bunka getting pressured by this ball now, but it's not really enough. He's going to just get off the point, and that should be him going down. Splice gets traded out, but it's still all positive for the Wolfpack, and they'll take a bite out of the honeycomb. The Yellow Jackets have to get sent back to spawn.
I told you that break was going to provide a little bit more of a sustain. Her and Ana holding hands is so powerful. I don't blame Oblivion for not always succeeding to win that 1v2 in a way with the passive healing that comes from Brig. However, I feel like they kept this point a little bit faster than they did last time, so that might give them a bit of an advantage here. However, Sklee gets an opening pick on lobby, and he's just using this map as his playground. He's rolling around, doing whatever he wants, and now he's on NC State's backline, trying to pressure Bunker Chunko. He gets out with half his HP, and gets a pick on Oblivion. That does not look good for NC State.
Yeah, a lot of credit goes to Sklee and to Sir Technical so far this game. The DPS line in general, they have been so good at diving together, finding a target that they can burst down and taking him out. And you can see how quickly they are to rotate back to the cart as well to make sure that no more progress can be made while they're up numbers. At NC State, they are struggling with it greatly. It is not easy to push into this team, and the angles that Sir Technical and All-Star are able to take with these unique characters. Here comes the pick on the lobby. Beautiful virus on the Nelix as well, and they're down 2 from the very start. NC State back to spawn again. 5 ults, and they don't even get a chance to use any of that.
They're really struggling to shut this ball down, which, as you said, works really well with Sir Technical's Tracer. And when it comes to diving the backline, because that's typically what you would want to do when there's such an unkillable and mobile tank DPS duo, or trio in this case, the backline is also, it's just so unkillable. The honor break, never dying.
Hack on the Splice. He'll be down to half HP, and here comes Sir Technical Stick onto
Oh my
lobby.
God.
He is lasered in on this Cassidy Oblivion. Finally gets a pick back, a positive spin for NC State as they are even numbers and they will get some push progress. They'll get a chance to use their ults, but a great hack. Hayden will find the kill onto the Genji, and Sklee just gets to continue to stall out the cart. The hacks coming up from All-Star. This Sombra is such a problem for the Wolfpack. The Yellow Jackets finding their value so far.
NC State has a bunch of ults coming up, however, which they might just need to rely on to get this going.
Oh, here comes the rally coming up from Hayden. He'll chase down Splice. Ball still alive as well. Lobby will find the pick on the All-Star, but with no tank, it is so hard for them to push up. 2 minutes left on the clock to find this second checkpoint, so they will have time, and they will have a chance to find a better angle for this Dragon Blade, for this Deadeye, for this Downpour. But they're still looking for it. It feels like they haven't even had a chance to pop their ultimates.
I since they decided not to commit there, which I actually really agree with, because look at what Lobby's just done to that Tracer. Oh my goodness.
That was filthy from the cat.
That anti could hurt a lot on NC State's end. However, we also have a breaker on NC State's side, which provides the same survivability as it does on GT's side. Breakage is actually so good and slept on, I feel like.
Downpour coming out from Splice. Here comes the Blade as well. Oblivion finds the value. Here comes the Wolfpack, and they should make it to this second point. There is a touch available for Sir Technical if he wants to try and take it, and he will. Recall available still. The mine's going wide onto the cart. Splice gonna be allowed to push it in just by his lonesome. And there is a touch. Here comes Sklee, but Sir Technical goes down in the back line. Deadeye for Lobby will take out Sklee. And now NC State has found their rhythm.
GT's team comp is actually so well put together. They have just enough mobility from basically, well, anybody aside from the backline to be able to touch and just be annoying for NC State to have to use their ultimates, which we did just see Lobby having to do. Obviously, when there's only 1 minute on the clock, you don't really care about investing or not, but it could mean a lot on the long run. Splice,
yeah,
back on the Domina.
For both tanks,
Sklee for both of them.
is also on in a huge EMP from All-Star. Lobby will get the trade back, and NC State still fighting tooth and nail. DPS for DPS trade, and NC State lost their tank, so they kind of have to back off. Sklee's still up, full HP on the Domina. Sir Technical with the Pulse Bomb, but he doesn't even have to use it in this fight. They'll push back the Wolfpack, 1:30 on the clock. Just the Ray available for NCSU.
The lack of Kiriko also makes Ana a lot more dangerous, which is another advantage GT has here.
Oh,
However,
Sklee.
investing that orbital ray could be, and it is, fight winning. Wow, Orbit doing something in 2026 with its 85 healing per hour? Crazy.
Gorgeous from Nelux, well timed to keep his team alive, and Oblivion reflecting that little sleep dart. Doesn't get the sleep, but still, a kill is a kill, a pick is a pick, and NC State are knocking on the door. Oh, popped by Sklee, and a pushback on the rest of the team. Splice taking a lot of damage, but Nelux finds that frag, and NC State, they should get to walk up again. Rally still available for Hayden. If he wants to use it, he has to. Last chance for the side of GT. The Yellow Jackets have to do it, but Oblivion pops the blade, and they C9 again. They don't touch. NC State complete a full push with 39 seconds left on the clock.
That's not too bad on GT's end, considering how well they were holding on round 1, which obviously had to be restarted. I think they might still be a little bit mad about it. But also the fact that I just wanted to say this, but I didn't have time at the time. Both tanks swapping to Domina on 3rd point just says how much it really matters on what point of the map you're playing in. It's so much more enclosed. Domina can just lock that down so much better than a ball or Hazard can. I actually love to see it.
Yeah, both teams really intelligent on the team comp so far. You can see Sir Technical hovering the Vendetta could be an option for GT. I wonder if they practice it. They're on attack, so they will have the opportunity to switch out almost no matter what. I'm curious to see what Oblivion picks here. Lobby's on Ashe, which is a very, very nice long-range character, and Oblivion locking in Tracer.
Is Ashe's perk still missing?
I don't think so. I think it got fixed in the most recent micro patch.
Okay. Because that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, the coach gun one. It's kind of broken, isn't it?
I haven't gotten the chance to use it much because it's just not been in the game. But either way, Lobby doesn't need perks. He's got this. He hits his shots. He doesn't need it.
Yeah, that's true. And you know what? I'm pretty sure he's gonna pick the other miter perk anyway because he's told me that he loves using the remote detonator. He just thinks it's really effective and it really lets you hit the backline.
Here it comes from GT's end, the Bubble Vendetta, the so very dominant comp we've seen in esports for the past couple of weeks. Is it?
Yeah, for a little bit. There's no Soj, there's no Kiri, and there's no Lu, which is what kind of surprises me. But it's still, it's in essence the same comp. They're doing it with Juno Brig to try to get some speed, and I think Juno and Brig work really well together. Here comes Sir Technical. First little tip of the spear will charge in and just charge right back out. Try to build up some charge for Sklee to be able to walk forward. I wonder if, I often think with ball players, they're not as effective on other tanks, but we'll see if Sklee is able to keep it up. Zarya, very powerful
Sklee
brawler.
Seems really confident and comfortable on all these other tanks he's been locking, which have, to be fair, just been Zarya and Domina, but...
Yeah, here comes the walk forward from Sir Technical, and that'll be a lot of damage onto the NC State players. Lobby, he has his coach gun, so he will stay alive, picks up the health pack as well, but he should go down finally. Swap and a boop onto Sir Technical.
What a trade.
This could give NC State a chance. Yes, it does.
I don't think that was a boop. I think that was a jump. I think he pulled a Cowfee.
You hate to see it. I don't like calling it a Cowfee either. But in any case, NC State coming away with a fight win after a scramble when Lobby went down early on. And back to the drawing board a little bit for this Freya comp that GT is on. And now with the Echo swap as well, it'll give a lot of comfort for Oblivion to try to one-shot a couple of players.
Grav on Sklee's and is building a little bit slow compared to all the other players in this match currently. Splice is ready to lock it down with Panoctagon already. I'm curious to see. Yeah, it is Panoctagon. It's got such like a, I don't know, catchy name.
Yeah, it's a cool name.
Yeah, it's very cool. So much better than Dragon.
Bola available for All-Star if he wants to go for one of those early picks, but the ult advantage still firmly in NC State's side. Panopticon used by Splice doesn't find a pick, but Sklee and Sir Technical will be forced to back off back to their supports for some care, but All-Star first pick onto Lobby, and now NC State down one. Sir Technical taking so much damage. Ray used by Ace, rally available, Bola pops, Bunka going down, and NC State shouldn't be able to hold this for much longer. Sir Technical pick onto Nelux, and it's all going yellow as GT comes away with an almost team wipe.
The ults on GT's side were just way too good to let NC State stand a chance against them. And also that opening pick on Bunker Chunko meant a lot. You lose one support, the fight is most likely lost.
Yeah, it's still available as well. They managed to keep the Sundering Blade and the Rally, and they'll have Grav online very, very soon. So ult advantage, I almost give it to GT because that Grav can change a fight so fast, but Oblivion doesn't care at all. He'll get the first pick and force them back. All-Star trade back, and here comes her technical dashing in, trying to find an angle, dump up from lobby, trying to find a headshot angle for himself, and NECC just continuing to rain fire over the whole team, keep his team alive as well. He's so proficient on this map. The Vendetta walking forward, taking a lot of damage onto Splice, but it's not enough to find a frag. And here comes Bob. Lobby popping his ult to push back the team, and finally it forces a reset from GT.
Will it be a full reset though? That grab and whatever Vendetta's ultimate is called, the combo is looking real scary right now.
Oh, here's the grab, and NECC's gonna get caught out by it. The rest of the team walking forward. Scully has to back off for the Mega, but Splice still alive, and Bunka has found the trade back onto the Vendetta. That is a very, very valuable member to get a pick onto at this late in the fight. Health bar is very low. Ace8 about to go down, but Oblivion gets his pick before. Finally, the tank goes down.
God.
Splice with another with the Panopticon. Bunker
It is
Chunko,
so back and forth currently.
And NC State still come out on top despite the trigger being pulled by Georgia Tech.
GT decided not to invest the Vendetta ult or the Freya ult. They're also coming up on their support ultimates, which does slightly put NC State in a bit of a disadvantage. Window could also be very much of a fight decider. It's an insane ult, and Batiste's poke ability adds so much to being able to just shut that Vendetta down to just add a little bit of extra damage for her to resist to. Bullet comes out from All-Star, it finds nothing. Window comes out from NECC, keeping the space that they already have on this high ground. Oblivion's dupe is matching so Technical's Vendetta here. Will he find a pick with this? Oh, that looks juicy. He dies before he gets to actually execute it.
Oh, Ace8 and Hayden come away with the 2 kills, actually. And NC State, they have to back off of this. It seems like they're just going to go for the die on the point and try to hold for as long as they can. Run down the clock. Splice will be the last one left alive. And that's a team kill. Team wipe with 40 seconds left. But with how much progress GT have made, there should be another fight for NC State. No ults available, just the Bob coming online soon. Meanwhile, Sundering Blade and Ray for the side of Georgia Tech to try to secure the second one, push them to a third. But it's still possible for the Wolfpack.
Oh, for sure. It looks like NC State is matching GT's good defense that they provided in round 1.
Yeah, All-Star looking for that angle onto Oblivion. Wants to find a pick early on as this Freya. The double tap can be deadly. Here comes the Deta ult from Sir Technical, but it finds nothing. He's just going to go in with his shift as well. And look at how low this Zarya already is. Splice just pumping out damage. Forced to pop both bubbles, and now the Zarya should not be able to do anything. NC State up a tank at the final hour. They have to stay on the cart. Make sure you don't C9. Ace8 still staying alive. Oblivion and Lobby coming away with a Panopticon. Another pick. Overtime ticking down, and the Wolfpack go up 2-0 in this NECC series.
If I'm being honest, if I'm GT, I am mad about that game. They were just winning so convincingly before the game had to be restarted. However, I do have to give it to NC State. You know, the ability to overcome and adapt is also equally as valuable as a good first push. So, yeah, GG, honestly. Still a really good game. Also, crazy shots from Lobby here in the play of the game.
Dude, that one, he's gonna DM me later. I'm just waiting for it. That was filthy. That's going in the montage, if you will, Lobby. Shout out to Lobby. All right, we have had 2 absolutely beautiful games so far. I'm hoping for a 5-game series so we get to cast for a little bit longer, but you know what? I won't be mad at NC State 3-0 either. So in any case, we're gonna be right back, take a quick break while we get map and bans set up. Don't go anywhere. You clearly don't want to miss any NC State Overwatch.
Welcome back, everybody.
Short break. Already map selected, band selected. It's nice to see them giving us a chance to rest, but just running back right into it. I'm excited. I'm hyped up. We saw Domina Band come out from GT. It's been a problem character for them. Splice has been excellent on the tank, and he has created a lot of value on that hero. And in response, it was a Sombra ban coming out from NC State. How do you feel?
They banned Splice's new one trick. It's GG's. Let's go next. I wonder if we'll see any Queen from Splice. I know Queen has not seen much playtime this season, but I feel like if you play around the Queen, you can still make her quite valuable and strong. And it is Esperanza as well. Pretty good map for Queen. But also you did say that we've seen Splice on Zarya lately, so we could just see a Vendetta comp from NC State's end. And for the summer ban, I was actually giving my predictions during break time
Yeah, you kind of
in
nailed
the
it.
call with Abby, and I was like, maybe they ban Sombra or Tracer or even the Brig. And well, I mean, I wasn't so wrong.
No, you
Um,
were you were 100% right. I think the Tracer ban call out was really good as well because it's almost I feel like it's almost guaranteed that they're gonna play ball. It's what Sklee has been the most effective
mhm,
at by far.
mhm.
He has been able to match Splice on every single tank he's played when he's on Wrecking Ball, and I just don't think the Zarya or the Domina had as much impact as those two. And it's very clear that their team is built around playing ball. So I'm
His
not
Wrecking
gonna be
Ball is
surprised to see Ball Tracer again.
incredible for sure. I wonder what All Star will go this time. Now that the summer ban is active.
Has it been
Uh,
only Sombra?
mm, I don't think so.
I'm forgetting something. There was
Yeah,
Vendetta for Sir
Ven
Technical.
Sir Technical was on Vendetta. What was he playing last game? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
Wow, I have to go
Yo,
back to
any
the VOD.
viewers helping us out?
Yo, viewers,
3 minutes late?
can you guys let us know?
I don't know why, I'm just not remembering. Either way, I'm sure they're probably going to play something fast-paced as well. Maybe we'll see a Genji, maybe we'll see an Echo, maybe we'll see, I don't know, maybe Reaper? Would that be so crazy?
Honestly, I think Reaper is not too bad of a hero, especially like with Zarya. Zarya Reaper was so commonplace in collegiate last
Mhm.
season and had a lot of success in expert as well. Players like Marcus and there's a few other Reaper players that were playing an expert. Were able to find a lot of value because of how strong Zarya was. And I think when your hero is just that simple to pilot and has a very straightforward game plan, it can be very easy. But I think we're seeing Kiri lose Soj, very, very classic, and I think that means we're gonna get a ball out of Sklee, but a much more fun comp from NC State. I hear you gasping, Fee.
Yeah. Back to GT, I finally see Hayden on his Lucio, and now back to NC. Yep, we see Bucko and the cat again. I cannot wait to see this. We see a quick little taxi on the Cassidy. Oh my god, if they pull a Meow Noon, that will make me really happy.
Meow Noon is
Yes,
not what I was ready to call it, but I love that name. That is
it's a
so
great name. It's
awesome.
a perfect name. You can't call it anything else. It's Meow
That is
Noon
what it's gonna
now.
be called it. Lobby taking a little bit of poke from the initial dive of the Brig and the ball, and Sklee will push out the rest of NC State's team. Forced back 2 point, and there's a bit of a Tracer duel happening between Oblivion and Sir Technical. We'll see who's able to get the better of the other. I think Sir Technical is a little bit better set up in with how the team comps are. Just Ball Tracer is so powerful and can really knock down a couple of players very fast. Sir Technical, though, forced to burn the recall early, and that should give NC State a chance to push the bot at least a little bit. It doesn't seem like we've had anything explosive just yet, but the first pick is going to be a lot, and NECC is the first one to find it with the whip shot.
That's a really good first pick from NC State, and to get that Kiri out of the fight, denying the Suzus, denying all that extra DPS that she can provide, they will get a lot of space here, push GT back, and maybe get another pick potentially. The cat is going in. Bunkachanko is not afraid, even though he doesn't have any perks yet. He is really close to Catnap though, and he's
Yeah.
just taxing Lobby around,
Ooh, nice shot
which
from Sklee.
gets punished.
Yeah, Bunka about to go down again, and that's 2 picks in favor of Georgia Tech. NC State forced to give the bot up, and Sklee continuing to find impact. All-Star will get one more on the Soj. Splice demeched, and he'll go down very soon. And actually, they won't even make him reset. They'll steal the bot away, and they'll just, they'll waste so much time. He finally gets the remake, and actually, it might have been a mistake from GT since he got his remake back. But either way, they waste a lot of time, and they get bot push.
Splice will most likely be able to live here and regroup with Lobby and the rest of the team, and even secure a pick on Hayden. That is incredible value. And maybe, as you said, a mistake on GT's end to let Splice live there. Meownoon, here comes a Meownoon!
Oh,
gets the pick under technical, and he gets another on the second support. Bunka Turco as well.
Triple kill for Lobby. Bunka
Love
with the
to see
catnap
it.
available. He might want to go for it, but NC State, they're up 2 now. They should be back online, and now they can get started with some of this bot push. Neither of these teams have really made any real progress to think about. Oblivion swap to Pharah is something that I really like to see.
Character of his.
Yeah, he's been playing it quite a bit. Have you seen it in the queues?
No, actually.
Haven't seen it in the queues.
No, I mean, usually he plays tank with me, to be fair, so.
Fair enough. You know what? We gotta pull out the Oblivion Doomfist. I know he's cold.
Oh yes. If this game goes to map 5, he's not allowed to play anything else other than Doom.
I love that. Catnap grabs the ball, and it should bring back Sklee into the team.
I'm not sure how much. Oh my
beautiful
goodness.
from
That
Sklee
may have been his
fight.
last mistake.
Here comes the B as well from Hayden. NC State, they're gonna get Splice demeched. He's forced to use the self-destruct to try to stay alive, but he won't be able to do it. Still, Sklee, great pick, but NC State finding more. Oblivion about to go down to the ball,
no.
and he'll get himself with the rocket. Here comes Sir Technical onto Bunkachunko. 3v3 with the ball still alive. It's kind of favoring GT, and they'll start their push once again. But Lobby and Bunka still finding value. Splice is back alive, and NC State, they're not letting that lead get big at all.
GT seems to have so much self-sustain with the ball, and they also just have more raw healing output, having the Curie on the team. But I feel like the comp NC State are running currently just provides so much more chaos, but the fights are still very back and forth. Splice is forced to DMAC again, but he's being taxied by Bunka, getting saved. Maybe he gets a remac? Probably not.
Yeah.
Unfortunately not.
Wow, Lobby found another pick on a Sir Technical. This guy is just shooting everyone out of the sky. Doesn't have his major perk just yet, but once he does, here comes the Meownoon! All-Star about to go down! He found 2! He got 2! Oh my god, Bunka and Lobby! Beautiful.
What do we do against that? Genuinely.
Like, actually, that is just crazy. They are really getting it.
They're
and
having fun.
Splice back alive as well, and I think this might be forward spawn for NC State. It should be a little close. I think Sklee will have another chance to touch before they get there, but wow, what a couple of fights from NC State.
For sure. They still definitely have another touch. However, Hayden unfortunately goes down. Lobby gets her technical as well. Okay, the kill feed is messing me up.
Here comes Lobby again, taxied by the cat. He'll go for more, but they'll just back off.
GT seem to have lost a little bit of a momentum here. Nothing they can bring back, however, but generally, what do you do against Meownoon? They are coming up with a lot of ultimates. They have beat, they can use that to engage with. They have the Mindful to secure space. They technically has a Pulse Bomb coming out. Mindful popped on point. Oblivion securing 2 picks, Lobby as well, and with the pick on All-Star, it just seems to be favoring NC State's side once again.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel like the ball comp is that well equipped to deal with the cat, you know? Especially without the Sombra, you can't hack him out of the sky. It is not easy to deal with that little feline that has infinite flight. Ball on the flank now for Sklee. You can see he's in a pretty strong spot. Overclock available for All-Star if he wants to pop it at the start of this fight, but he'll take quite a bit of damage. I think from the silver bullet. Here comes Meownoon again! And Hayden finds the death realm. Here comes Lobby again, and he'll finally go down to the rail of All-Star. But it doesn't matter if Oblivion is still able to find these picks. All-Star just has to back off, and Splice is continuing to walk it forward on this diva. Has the bomb for his second life, and look at where All-Star is. He's in a bad spot. Has to stay alive, has to run away. And it's still going the way of NC State. Bot not getting pushed, but look at how much space they have still.
I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm just I cannot believe that the Cat and Cassidy work so well together.
Yeah, a lot
Aiden
of credit.
still has that beat, holding it for Overwatch 2. Also getting good value out of the overclock. Getting Oblivion back to spawn with it, forcing Splice to use DMAC. Oh my god, Lobby just denies Sir Technical's presence even.
He is
It
like a
just doesn't
heat-seeking
matter.
missile right now. He cannot miss his shots, and he is. You can tell that he's feeling good. It's the earlier in the day matches where he just really locks in, and he's got an
Is it
early
6 PM?
bedtime. It's 6 p.m. matches. We need to start scheduling them earlier for him.
Oh,
Because
okay.
he is wide
Okay.
awake, not losing any sleep. He picked up every piece and he's landing on his feet. Here comes Oblivion, raining fire over the top, and
oh my
one
god,
shot onto
what
the
a
tracer.
one shot.
Oh no, the major perk too good.
And that's why Farah is another one of his signature characters, because he just does that. Simple as that.
Here comes the
He
crash
just
down
seemed
with
to-
some mines for Sklee. Can he save the game? NC State, meow!
Another Meow Noon
Meow
double
Noon
kill.
ends it off. I
Oh,
wouldn't have it
man.
any other way. The ball's still alive. Sklee doing his damnedest to try to save this game. He's got 2 supports on him. Pulse bomb used by Sir Technical hasn't gone down just yet. Overhealth now. In the Tracer, Suzu popped still.
Big
He's staying
Suzu.
alive. He still has his recall as well. So I think the stall going to work out for GT. Here comes the barrage from Oblivion. It should be able to just blow up a single player, but NC State will back off. They won't end off the map just yet. 1 minute and 12 seconds for GT to try to make it happen.
this could be
Catnap
bad.
onto Sklee, and NC State up a tank. Should be able to walk it in. The Yellow
Oblivion
Jackets
still
lose
hasn't
their hive.
arrived.
Their honey no longer sweet. Their stingers out of their bodies, and the wolf pack howls at 7 p.m. NC State take it 3-0.
Oh wow, that was. Yeah, I'm actually speechless. Congratulations to NC State.
Just look at this guy, man.
This is. Wait, this is not even a Meow Noon?
Look at how
Wait.
locked he is, man.
What is this play?
That's 3
I
kills.
mean, nice shot, but
That's 3 kills.
we've seen better.
Yeah, you know what? The Meow
Sorry,
Noon
the game is
really made a
flipping.
huge difference. Like, you know what?
Mm.
Calling it that is going to make me very happy for the rest of time.
I'm glad. It does make me happy too. You know what else? Also, just okay. You know what doesn't make me happy though? I do really feel for GT though, because I feel like that restart on Blizzard World really just flipped the momentum, which they had back and forth for all games. But I think if I'm on that team and if I lose that game, then I'm just kind of checked out from the series, which is unfortunate to say, but I feel like that's probably what happened.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all. It's a tough way to go out for Georgia
Yeah.
Tech, and
Good
this,
effort though. They played
despite
really
it
well.
despite it being a 3-0, I think the series was surprisingly close. I think
Yeah, the
Blizzard World
scoreboard definitely doesn't showcase how close these games were.
the Blizzard World was a great map between both teams, and I think Li Zhang had a lot of great moments from GT, especially on the ball. I think we're gonna try to get an interview with Oblivion himself if he's available. Knock on wood. He's not responding to me now, so we'll see how it goes. But give us a second. We're gonna set it up. I promise we'll get an interview for all the Drowsy fans. We'll definitely try to get Drowsy. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna be right back. Oh boy, I have Oblivion in the call. Mr. Drowsy himself. I know we got a lot of Drowsy fans in the chat. Show some love. Oblivion, how are we feeling after a 3-0 victory?
Pretty. We're feeling pretty good. Pretty excited for our next game. We have in like almost an hour, like 45 minutes. But yeah, 3-0 feels nice.
I'm proud of you. How did it feel? How did it feel going into the ball? I feel like that was their biggest boon and their biggest thing. How did it
Uh,
feel playing into it?
oh yeah, it. I don't want to be rude like at all. Like they're a good team. They played pretty well, but like we've played like against better ball teams,
Mhm.
and like theirs like wasn't really like up to that level. I feel like so it wasn't like that difficult to like figure out like what they wanted to do, and it was pretty easy to like contest lanes and stuff. I mean, I know like I probably died like the most out of those games, but like I did my job. I killed somebody and then I died for it and then my team won. So
That's
It
true.
was
I
worth.
think you should say with
Hashtag
your
worth.
chest what you
Hashtag worth.
think.
All
But
right, Fee.
also, what do you think about that backline though?
oh the cat brig, our backline.
No, no, no. Theirs. The Anna Brig one.
Oh, mm,
I'm sure that
oh
was gonna
yeah,
be fun.
yeah. It is pretty fun to. It's always fun to verse on a brig, you know.
As you said, you did your job at the end of the day. Even if you didn't win every single 1v1 or 2v1 in that case, I think you managed to put up some good pressure. And those picks on the last map, they were pretty impressive.
Thank you. Yeah, the I don't know if you got it on stream. I didn't really watch it, but the tracer one was
Yeah,
like
we
funny.
got
That was
excited about it.
insane. That looked so good,
Yeah,
yeah.
not a lot of people know about the major perk yet. So
I was gonna give you a chance to speak your truth on it, but if you want to save strats, I'm not gonna get mad at you.
I mean, it's not really a strat. It's just like her major perk. It's like you just one shot squishies with it, and it's like literally all it is. Well, you one shot tracer, but if you have like a pocket, you can one shot 225. But I don't
And
think we're
another
ever gonna do that.
question, this time about your backline. How do you find it is to play with a cat who is pocketing, well, so-called pocketing your other DPS? How do you feel about it as the second DPS?
Uh, so like I'm usually playing like Genji or Echo or somebody like
Mhm,
as the flex. So like I feel like I don't get as much value because he can't just like fly me around and I high noon. That's like
mhm.
not the hero I play. He's still like good because he can like, especially Nick. He's the good at cat. He just like flies around and like kills people. It's definitely like easier to coordinate if like with like a 3-2-1, he's saying I'm just gonna fly in on this guy, and then hopefully they blow up. But obviously, like I don't get as many resources as like other people get. He could just kind of like burst heals me for a little bit, but I wouldn't
Do you
say
feel
it's
like
like
your role
that.
has been harder because of it, or is it just like par for the course?
I don't think my role has been harder because of it. Honestly, like a lot of my deaths were kind of me. Like I don't know. It's definitely like hard to live, but I
Mhm.
I definitely could have played better to live more like by myself. But yeah, I think there's definitely like less resources given to me, but I don't really complain as long as like we're winning. That's the comp.
Exactly. And I feel like DPS is the most forgiving role when you're just going in and dying, I guess. As long as you get yours or get your value for that cooldown out, then you do your job. And one more question. Avi told me that you prefer playing the Echo over the Vendetta when it comes to picking between the two. Why is that? Tell me about it.
Honestly, like Echo's just more fun. Like I like landing stickies. It's very satisfying. I feel like
True.
Vendetta is like a slop hero, where like I'm like definitely like good at her. Like I think I'm pretty good at her, but like I don't
Pretty good.
I don't feel good. Like I'm like when I kill 3 people, I'm like, oh, I just held down my mouse button
Mm,
for like a long time and they died. But like when I kill like a lot of people on like Genji or Echo, like I actually feel like there's a skill gap between this, which
Well,
like feels good, you know.
it kind
But
of feels like there's a skill gap either way. 3-0 victory. Congratulations. Who are we playing next? I heard there was another game today.
I don't know.
another?
Yeah, there's another. Well, I don't know if we'll be able to stream it. I'm gonna try to see if we can. I think
Mm,
there's another game getting streamed or trying to get streamed
okay.
at some point, and I'll make an update in the Discord whenever we get a chance. I forgot to ping today. My bad. Any shout outs you want to give, Oblivion, before we end off the stream for
Uh,
now?
shout out Cowfee. She's like the rank 1
Yes.
Jericho player that I know. The best duo
Yes.
in
Let's
the
go,
game. I love playing with
Cowfee.
Coffee all the time. Coffee's the goat. I love all her chat too. I can name like a lot of people, but like that'd be a long
Aw.
time. And shout out my team for being awesome.
Ah,
Shout out
Shout out,
Virtual.
shout out Virtual. That guy is cold. You know what? You didn't have to cast Cumberland this time, Fee, so we actually got to win.
Well, you guys did not get the fee curse. It was so technical this time. Shout out to Drowsy, shout out to Abby, shout out to production, shout out to GT for versing NC State. Shout out to the boys. Congratulations on your convincing me today, and thank you so much for having me. It was
Yes.
always a
Yeah.
pleasure.
Also,
And shout
like,
out to the people who stayed, by the way. Thank you guys for
Yeah,
watching.
real fans. Real
and
fans.
shout out to Wallhack. Hashtag
Yeah.
code Coffee.
Hashtag not sponsored. Not sponsored. Only sponsors Cowfee. Only sponsors Cowfee. All right. I think that's going to be it for now. There is a chance the stream goes live again in the next hour or two if we have games to cover. So be on the lookout for that. Follow us on Twitch. Check us out. Thanks to everyone for joining us today. It was actually just a super, super fun stream. We're going to raid somebody. It's probably going to be Rack Attack because
Yay.
I'm biased towards
That
him.
goat.
In
I
any
appreciate
case, thank you all so much for watching. Congrats to the NC State Red Team, and we will see you all probably
time.
very, very soon.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.